Well, welcome everybody. Andrew File here from Every Neighborhood Partnership. Rosemarie and I thought we'd do something a little different today and do a little recording as Rosemarie walks through the slides. Just maybe adding in different info and other thoughts that come to her. So Rosemarie, welcome this Thursday morning, the 10th.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. So the Fresno County is experiencing a surge larger than we Fresno County is experiencing a surge larger than we experienced this summer. We can continue to see major increases in the number of positive cases as well as increases in hospitalizations and deaths. We have 41,574 positives, which is an additional 2,570 positives from last week. However, we have processed and received 15,058 more tests since this time last week. And as of yesterday, there were 454 people hospitalized, which is 163 more people needing to go to the hospital since last week alone. And unfortunately, we've had 26 additional registered deaths due to COVID. Next slide, please. Overall, our hospitals are in a dire situation right now. We have a major increase in hospitalizations. Last week, there were 291 positive patients in our hospitals, and this week we have increased to 454. Last week, we had 61 ICU positive patients, and this week we have 74. And last week, we had 9 ICU beds available, and compared to the same time this week, we have 7 ICU beds available in Fresno County, according to the state data. Keep in mind, these numbers changing daily and probably even within the day they're changing. So by the time you get these slides and listen to this recording, the numbers will probably be different. The hospitals continue to have staffing issues due to the need to quarantine their own staff due to exposures. And we can't rely heavily on the federal help this time like we did in the summer, as I've stated before. So, however, we did hear this week that Porterville, our alternative care site, is projected to receive staff deployed from the state early next week, which is good news for us. They'll kind of help relieve some of the the capacity issues that the hospitals are having. And the health department is also working with our contractor to identify staff for the Fresno alternative care site if we need to open that one as well. Next slide. Okay. As you all know, our positivity rate has increased to 11.3, and we're not back in the purple tier in the metric like we were last week for the positivity rate. Our case rate has a large increase to 23.6 from 13.5. According to the state, Fresno County is providing about 3,000 tests daily for week ending November 28th. Keep in mind, you have to look at that date up above. It gives you the date where this date is, the date is coming from. We do have a small win though with our health metric reported this week. The state is reporting our health metric is 11.5, which is almost in line with our overall county positivity rate, which is what we want. And it demonstrates how we're serving more of our communities. And I believe the success is due to all the additional testing from medical providers and FQHCs. And I also believe it's from our COVID Equity Project partners for all of their testing and education and outreach that they're doing. So a big thank you to those folks. Next slide. Okay, we do have a few updates this week. The first one is listed. It's an actual copy of the stay-at-home order for your reference if you would like it. The second one is the adult day program guidelines. Those have been updated. And the third is the adult day count. I don't know if they're newer or revised, so please check them out if this is something that's interested to you. The third is the health department's reopening guidance, and then a revised COVID-19 youth and school. Oh, excuse me. The reopening guidance was from last week. I'm sorry, but we do have revised youth and school-based sports guidance, and I believe that has to deal with the swimming aspect of the sports guidance. So please check that out. And you all may want to check out maybe next week to see if any of the your respected guidances have been updated to include this new quarantine guidance that's coming from the state. And then we will also follow with our local. We haven't received the official guidance yet from the state, so we're waiting for that before we can update our own. So please continue to check the website, and as soon as we have it, we will send it out to you all so that you know about it. The changes are really geared towards exposed asymptomatic individuals. So just to kind of give you a heads up about that. As a reminder, visit our website and check out all the new guidances. It could be daily changes. So please continue to check out on an ongoing basis. Next slide. Just a few, just some updates and reminders. It's still not too late to get that flu shot. Please encourage family and friends and folks that you serve to contact their medical provider, local FQHC, and local pharmacy if they have not received one. And every little bit helps to fight against this virus. So please get a flu shot if you haven't got one, and encourage the folks that you serve to do that as well. The health department continues to work with the hospitals on the vaccination distribution plans in preparation for the first allocation. And we'll have more updates and details in next week's call. I believe we have Joe Prado scheduled to come back to give us some great updates. And I wanted to let you know, Dr. Vora has talked about this on the media, but there is a new treatment, which is a positive at this time for us, and it's available to the medical community, called monoclonal clonal antibodies, and it's used as a treatment to jumpstart immune system needed to fight the virus. This treatment is really for COVID positive people who do not need hospitalization at that moment, but are high risk to be hospitalized. So we have hospitals right now locally working with our skilled nursing facilities to allocate the antibody treatment, as available to the skilled nursing facilities. So that's a really good thing. Next slide. Okay, I just wanted to give you just a quick update on the health department's role with the Cal-OSHA COVID-19 temporary standards for workers in California not covered by the aerosol disease standards. I'd mentioned this last week. I gave you a lot of information, but I just wanted to let you know the health department is working on a dedicated phone line and email address for businesses to report any outbreaks. So we're still working on that, and hopefully we'll have that soon. And I just want to also remind you for any assistance regarding trying to, comply with these new temporary standards, please contact the Revive Fresno at 369-7713, or you can go to their website at revivefresnocounty.com. Next slide. Okay, here's the state flyer again for everyone to use. And as a reminder, the health department is also in the final stages of a holiday flyer that I hope to show you next week. We're working on the Spanish translation for that. We have it, but we do have the state flyer in English and Spanish on our website. Our county's, healthcare system, as I said, is in dire situation right now. So please help us remind our community that many people are asymptomatic and don't know they have COVID. The asymptomatic folks could pass COVID on to their elderly and immune compromised family members and friends. Please tell them to stay home as much as possible, except for essential trips, and continue to encourage no holiday gatherings or parties with people from outside of their household, and encourage them to stay connected via the phone and FaceTime or virtually at this time. We're also encouraging people, we know that there's a lot of holiday time events going on right now. And we just encourage folks to really think about how to do that safely. And, safely could be virtually. And also we're encouraging drive-through only, because then you won't have any interaction with people outside of your household. So please be careful with holiday events. Next slide. Okay, so I kind of mentioned the additional OptumServe sites coming, and they're here. So we're excited about this. Fresno County has 4 additional OptumServe operations here in Fresno County. These particular slides are for 4 different locations in Coalinga, and they're going to happen on different days. So on Mondays, they'll be at the Coalinga Middle School. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, they'll be at the Wellborn Center. On Thursdays, they will be at the downtown parking. And on Fridays, they'll be at the West Hills College in Coalinga. So to schedule your appointment, go to the registration link, like we've always talked about, and get yourself registered. And then once you register, it's really easy. So then if you want to take your test again, the time to schedule it is really shortened on the computer. So it's really good to get yourself set up in their system. Next slide. Okay, so the additional sites are, one is in Selma at 1880 Art Gonzalez Parkway. The next one is in Southeast Fresno at the Mosqueda Center. And the last one is in Reedley at the Reedley College. And those are going to be happening on a regular daily schedule, like OptumServe is normally open. I believe they're open Monday through Saturday. So, please, check out the links. They should be live on the site. And please encourage folks to use these opportunities to get tested. And all of these flyers that I'm showing you, don't forget, are on our website on fcdph.org/COVID-19 on the testing page. Next slide. Okay, the last 2 that I have, oh no, I do have more. We have a lot of testing opportunities this week to share, so that's really good. So we have 1 testing event this afternoon at the Firebaugh Senior Center. So this is December 10th. And it is from 2 to 5 at the Firebaugh Senior Center. And it's hosted by the Valley Health Team. The next one is on December 12th in Kingsburg at the Kingsburg Fire Department, Station 2, and from 10 to 3. And this one is hosted by Valley Health Team. Next slide. Okay. And this one, Valley Health Team is also hosting another testing event at the Veterans of Foreign Wars in Fresno on December 16th from 9 to 12. And the last testing event that I have here to share with you today is going to be in Selma at Ringo Park on December 15th from 3 to 6. And it's being hosted by the Family Healthcare Network. So like I said, please go to our website and look up all these different testing events and share them with your communities that you're serving. And don't forget about the COVID Equity Project. They're providing testing as well, and they've been supporting a lot of these testing events by providing education. So please check out their website as well. Next slide. I just wanted to leave it up here one more time about the COVID-19 testing feedback form. We really want to hear from the community about how their experience was, and it's the only way we're going to be able to improve ourselves here locally when it comes to testing, and it's the only way we're going to be able to fix something. If we don't know about it, we can't fix it. So please encourage folks to go there. Next slide. Okay, this virtual event came across my desk yesterday, and I wanted to share it. Our local partners, including Dr. Vora and Yvonne Dertrosian and Dr. Denise Siebert, are going to be our panel on this Human Rights Day event. So this is really exciting, and it is scheduled for today on December 10th. From 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And we brought out the Zoom link for you, so it'd be easier for you guys to read, so you can participate in that. Next slide. Okay, and then we have our resources link. Anna and I actually use this page ourselves when we want to get to something really quick. So I encourage folks to keep this particular slide handy for easy reference. And this is my last slide, so I just wanted to thank everybody for their weekly attendance and helping us to keep our community safe and getting our resources out there and outreaching and So thank you so much, and please stay healthy and safe, and we will see you next week.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you all next week. We're going to be on the 17th at 9 o'clock. We'll be gathering, and we'll do a follow-up to the vaccine update. And then we'll also have somebody on to talk about some of the Cal OSHA requirements for CBOs and other organizations, as well as a coming grant from the state level. So we look forward to that. We'll see you then. And thanks for tuning in today.